right, hello. Can everyone hear me? Perfect. My name is Chloe, and I will be your mistress for tonight as I lead you and my players in a adventure of Dungeons and Dragons. For this Halloween, we'll be playing a game of She is the Ancient. This is a mod of the popular adventure Curse of Strahd, but with some interesting changes, some gender changes, some changes to address some of the racism issues. So it will be a good time for us, for the players, not for their characters, but hopefully we and the players will have fun. And speaking of the players, Ben, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Ben. I am excited to be here, and I will be kind of keeping an eye on the technical stuff. So if anybody's audio is too quiet or too loud or anything like that, please let us know, and I will try to make adjustments.
Hey folks, I'm Birdie. You might know me from the internet somewhere, but I won't tell you where. I'm just here to look good and have fun. Happy Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Is it me? Okay.
It
Yes,
is.
Hi.
only three of us.
Okay, I'm Lupine. Uh, I can also sometimes be found on the internet in some places, but usually I'm beneath the ice in the Antarctic. I'm playing with krakens. So good luck, because you won't find me. Uh, so yeah. Blessed Sowen, everyone. So.
Our fourth member would be Selkie, but she has had some computer issues, so she won't be joining us for this particular adventure. Hopefully, we will have her in soon. Okay. So I am going to kick us off with the adventure. Players will introduce their characters as they come into the scene. So, to my lovely players and characters. So, two seasoned adventurers such as yourselves, what you see is just another dull tavern in a dull town in some nameless province. It's just another span of time between the challenges of true adventuring. Like outside of the tavern, a fog lies over the town this evening. The damp, cobbled pavement glistens as the lights of street lanterns dance across the slick stones. The fog chills the bones and shivers the soul of anyone outside. Yet inside the tavern walls, the food is hearty, and the ale is warm and frothy. A fire blazes in the hearth, and the tavern is live with the tumbling voices of country folk. So, what are your characters doing on this night?
I don't know. I guess we would have come into the tavern because it's warm, and we were out in the woods and it was cold, and I don't know. Dina doesn't like the cold. My name is Dina. I talk like this. Um, and I'm a gnome, and I'm definitely not a rogue because that is not something that I am. And yeah. So I'm very very tiny, and I'll walk into the tavern and I'm gonna climb up, maybe climb up one of my friends. Or no, you tend to hide behind me, don't you, Grizzly? Okay. So I will be big and brave, and I will walk into the tavern, and I will stand in front of the door like this, because I have to be brave for my friends. And probably no one looks at us when I do that.
Can Dina open the door?
That's a good point. I might have to, like, uh, uh, click, go in.
I imagine followed immediately by your buddy Grizzly.
Yes.
Yes, Grizzly is sticking very closely to Dina. Grizzly is a approximately just over 6 foot tall bat person. Wings, bat-like face, ears like radar dishes. Very, very muscular, carrying a really big pike. Has a shield and a couple of axes, but is otherwise, and he's wearing like trousers basically, but otherwise is not wearing any trappings of civilization. No shoes or anything like that. Grizzly he lives up to his name. He's a kind of a scary looking guy, but especially out in polite society, tends to be very, very nervous, and so has a tendency to hide behind Dina, because Dina is brave and helped save Grizzly from a nasty fate, and so he mostly kind of hunkers down behind Dina the majority of the time. So.
I think a couple seconds later, as you two stride into the room and are looking around, you hear a oh, hold the door from behind you, right as it swings shut, and then there's a thump, and then it opens again, and I'm like screwing my head back on right. Evelyn Spinster, the stranger you saved a couple minutes ago in the woods from a very nasty brain tick problem, has been dragging a wet, stained sack along behind her that's been slowing her down at this point, but has dropped it down at the bottom of the stairs, and kind of hobbles a little stiffly and awkwardly inside, and shuts the door behind you. Thank you both again, Mr. Bat and little friend.
Dina.
Dina. Hi. Well, hello, Dina. My name is Evelyn Spencer. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hi, Evelyn.
I was in a real bind back there. I wasn't expecting to have some charitable folks come along in the middle of the night in the dark of the woods. But gosh, what a lovely tavern. So rustic.
Grizzly, you're drooling a little bit. I wonder if they have good things to eat here.
Are you hungry?
I'm gonna go up to the bar, and I can't quite reach the bar, so I try to hop onto a stool. And finally I scramble up.
We don't really accommodate.
Yeah, I know. They really need to work on their accommodations here. And I'll say that to the bartender. You really need to work on your accommodations here. And I think the bartender gives me this really, really blank look.
He does.
The fuck are you talking about? And
he's trying to figure out if you're old enough to drink.
Right. Yeah. I don't have my I don't have my forest ID on me. But you can see by the rings in my hand how old I am. I'm old enough.
I can't tell if you're a halfling or if you're 10. So
I'm a gnome.
So there's a extra 20% upcharge.
For gnomes?
Well, if you were a kid, then I don't want to get in trouble. The local licensing agencies.
Well,
A couple seconds later, right behind, I'm dragging Grizzly over. Please, you have to let me buy you a meal to say thanks for your kind charity. Hello again, Miss Dina. Is everything okay?
Yeah, but this guy wants to charge me an upcharge, a 20% extra upcharge because I'm little. He's mean.
It's because you don't have your ID.
But I showed you my hand with the
Is there
rings.
standard identification in this area?
Well, mostly you know someone who knows someone else.
Well,
Oh,
I just
I know that.
Dina, and you know me, and we both know Grizzly.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right, silver
Okay.
for a pint and a meal.
Please, please, please allow me. And fish around in a pack for a little bit. I fish around a little more backwards, and I fish myself into a circle until I've got one arm like halfway twisted out, and I finally pull out a couple of silver and put them on the table.
All right, go have a seat. I'll bring it out soon.
Thank you, stranger.
All right,
I'm gonna-
so
Hop off the bar stool.
I think you spend some time talking. The food comes out. It's a meat pie and some ale. It's fine. It's food. Anyway, as you're doing that, the tavern door swings open and a hush falls over the room. So, framed by the lamplit fog, a form strides through the doorway. You hear her heavy booted footfalls and the jingle of coins, which break through the silence. You see her brightly colored clothing draped in loose folds around her, and see her scan the room. Then, after a second, she walks up to your table and stands proudly in a wide stance with folded arms. And I'm going to share you a picture of this character.
I think you say a hush falls over the room, and the whole time Evelyn is just running her mouth,
Yeah, that's fine.
talking about nothing.
A hush aside from Evelyn.
Mm.
Yes, can you see the character?
Is it in the Roll20 or in the Discord?
Oh, I need to press show to players. That's what I need to do.
Do not see it yet.
Has it popped? All right,
Nope.
I'll do it this way. We're just. Guess what? You're part of background now. I'll figure that out in a second. Anyway, she says, I've been sent to you to deliver this message. If you are creatures of honor, you will come to my master's aid at first light. Be careful, it's not advisable to travel the woods at night. And she pulls from her tunic a sealed letter, addressed to all of you in beautiful flowing script. And she drops the letter on the table. Take the west road from here, some 5 hours' march, down through the woods. There you will find my master in Barovia.
So, we should be there at first light?
Yes, there is. Well, you can read the letter. There is a person in grave danger.
Oh, goodness gracious, we should go now. I'm sorry, I just met these people. I'm Evelyn.
It's a dress.
What's your name?
You may call me Aragal. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Likewise.
Hi.
I like one eye just sort of rolls over, without even thinking. Is my name also on this letter?
It is weird, to be quite
What
honest.
Wonderful curiosity.
And Grizzly immediately snapped the letter up and was
Wow,
like
it's-
sniffing at it, licking it, like chewing the edge of it just a little bit. But when the concept of reading it comes up, he immediately passes it off to like either Dina or Evelyn.
It's gotta be Dina.
I can read. Okay. Wait. So, what is it? Huh? What is it? Sorry. Is it in the Twitch or?
That one should have gone to handouts. Whatever. I'll make the character big. She is on the map now. She is not the size
She
of the tavern.
pretty.
There's really good art in this book.
Yeah,
Hail
that's
thee,
awesome.
might and valor.
Oh,
I
here it is.
the bungo master. Does that say bungo master?
I think
Burga?
that
If you're
bungo is kind of a rude word.
if you're busy talking around yourself, she goes over to the bar and and orders a round of drinks for everyone in the tavern.
What a nice lady.
It's nice. Okay. I think it says Burgomaster? Is
Mhm.
that what it says? The
Bug-
Burgomaster?
Bugmaster.
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 Oh, okay. It's Bungo Master. Bugmaster of Barovia. Send you honor with despair. My chosen son.
Oh, hold on,
Sweet.
hold on. Wait, pause that for a second.
Thank you,
Let me hold on.
Changeling.
Wait, different letter. Hold on. I'm sending you hold on, different letter. Ignore that
Okay.
one.
Oh,
Um,
wrong letter.
Birdie,
Oh,
some feedback in the chat is that you might
it's
be a little
not
quieter
from the
than everybody
Bugmaster.
else. Just FYI.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that.
Just thought I would pass it along.
Ben,
Got
can you
my
turn her up
headphones.
in Discord?
Microphone's
I
right here.
can try that, yes. Let me move over here and then go here and then do...
Wait, let me. No.
Hold for
Hold on.
gremlins, right?
Birdie, can you give me a quick sound check, please?
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
And one more.
Is this one?
And I'm checking again. Do it just for you.
Thank you.
Plea for help.
Am Changeling, please let us
You
know
get
if that is
that
better.
letter.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Plea for help.
Okay. So plea for help. Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy so desperately needed assistance. My young brother, my dear Ismark, fun name, is held hostage by the treacherous Bugmaster? Bungo Master?
It's got to be Burgomaster.
Burgo, okay. Yeah. Burgomaster of the village of Barovia. The people of this village are vile and cruel, and I fear for his life. I have much wealth, and offer all that might be had to thee, and thy company, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. He talks funny. Come quickly, for his time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine. Oh, my bad, Irina Kalyanovich.
Kaljanovic?
Kaljanovic?
Kaljanovic.
Callie.
Nope.
Irina
That's not her
Callie.
name. That's not her name.
Kaljanovic.
Had it the first time.
Okay.
Well, it seems
Cal.
like we're rather desperately needed.
It does. I think
Remember,
that we
alas.
should go. Yeah?
Oh, please, I'll tell you the story on the road. You're right. We should go.
Go.
Goodness gracious.
Kill people of
Oh, it's how
Barovia.
exciting. I've never been exciting with other people.
Is that where I think we're supposed to save people, Grizzly. Not killing, saving.
No.
I think.
It says people
Maybe
of
killing?
Barovia vile and cruel. And cruel people deserve to die.
Oh, okay. I guess we can kill them.
Good.
That works.
Then let's go.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Meat pie.
That's
So, are y'all?
I slide mine over to Grizzly. I think that's a little bit of a hardline stance.
The whole vile and cruel thing?
Well, I mean,
Or
just
the killing?
declaring that people deserve to die.
Well,
I
we
guess
can
deserving is
assess.
a concept. Yeah, let's assess. Let's assess on site.
We could go and assess.
Okay.
So it sounds like all of you are ready to move out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will ask you, are you going at again, D&D terms, a regular pace, which is you're going on a stroll, you're ready for adventure, a slow pace, which you're walking, like you can even stealthing, taking your time, or a fast pace, that's like you're booking it to wherever you're
How long
headed.
is it till daybreak?
Um, like 7 hours.
And it's a 5-hour march. And they said it was dangerous to travel at night. Well, it seems like it would be rather smart to use all 7 hours, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Take our time, move nice and slow, and try not to get into any trouble.
Mm-hmm. I would request, since I am a small person, that maybe, Grizzly, would you mind, like holding me on your shoulder if I sat on your shoulder? Could it? Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks.
He
So
throws you over
I'm
his shoulder like
riding.
a sack of potatoes to begin with. You have to.
No, like this, and
There
I
you go.
squirm around so that I'm sitting upright, so that I can actually see where we're going.
You two must be very good friends.
We met yesterday,
Oh,
but yeah,
wow, we're all rather newly acquainted then.
yeah. It's funny that the letter was addressed to all of us.
Maybe it's preordained.
Pre.
And when Evelyn says that, like the sun is shining. Ah!
In the middle of the night?
Yeah, exactly. No, the clouds part and the moonlight shining. Okay, fine. Be that way.
Question. What is
Yes.
what is assess? I should mention that Grizzly has an intelligence of, I believe it's 7, but let me confirm. No, it's 8. Sorry, intelligence of 8. So,
Okay.
there are going to be a number of moments where
So-
he's going to ask questions about basic concepts. We don't necessarily have to play through all of them, but it'll come up.
Assess means decide who we're gonna kill, because we're gonna kill someone
Oh.
and steal their stuff. Mhm.
Okay.
Assess, like assess pool, typically means a pit of something vile, which the letter did say about the town, so
Barovia
That the people
cesspool.
are vile. His
allegedly.
cesspool.
Okay.
Sounds like, I don't know. Maybe we're going to clean it up.
Maybe we should save the person that's in trouble and then worry about the rest.
Oh yes, save people.
That sounds like
Dina saved me.
I liked the part where. Yes. I liked the part where they said that everything that was theirs should be ours. That was my favorite part.
Saved you from what, right now?
Cruel big goblins. Not little goblins. Little goblins nice. Little goblins friends. Big goblins bad.
Good to know. I'll keep an eye out.
Do I know what hobgoblins are?
You should keep both eyes in.
I don't know.
That
Oh, don't worry, it happens sometimes. They go right back.
eyes are tasty.
Right.
I don't have any spares with me, so
Oh.
please do find your own.
Right. I've brought you over to the Barovia world map. You cannot see very much of it, just the part in the east center. As you walk along this road, just black pools of water, giant trees looming on both sides of the road. Just it's a cold night. The night is misty. It's hard to see. more than a few feet ahead of you. You are just walking into what seems like endless trees and mist until you come across these gates. And I'll show you a picture.
Oh,
Like the fog.
They look fun.
Mhm. The fog has swallowed up the road behind you, but up ahead, you see these high stone buttresses, like looming gray. There are these large iron gates on the stonework. There's dew clinging with tenacity to the rusted bars. There are two headless statues of armed guardians flanking the gate, but their heads are lying on the weeds among their feet, and they only greet you with silence. As you get closer, you see the gates start to swing open in accordance with you walking forwards.
Oh, maybe someone knew you were coming? Or something? Hmm?
Judging by the letter, that's not too far afield to assume.
I guess.
But
I wonder what
Okay.
happened to these poor statues.
They look a little bit like you, but if you took your stitches out.
Oh! She pulls a scarf from her pack and very hurriedly wraps it around her neck. My what?
Oh,
Huh?
you're nothing. Nothing
Huh?
happened.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nope.
wait. So
Well, something clearly happened. They don't have their heads.
letter sent by Irina said people of Barovia are bad. So
Maybe they got all bad.
Irina knows we're coming. Do bad people know we're coming? Because gate usually for village, not for single person.
It might very well be magical. Do you know much about magic?
Grizzly's gonna lean in real quick and he's gonna lick the dew-covered rusted bars and be like, and he's just gonna walk through the gates with Dina on his back if she's still on his back.
Do you want to do some sort of Arcana check, or is this just licking?
It's rusty, so somewhat copper flavored and or somewhat metallic flavored, and it's dewy, so it's wet. So what the heck? Why not? No, it's
you
not an
have
Arcana
solved
check.
the fact that it is in fact wet.
Perfect. He's an investigator, so yeah, he's just gonna walk through the gate.
I think Evelyn spends a while admiring the architecture before catching up, but doesn't come to any conclusions.
Okay. As you make your way through the gates, you hear the sound of rusted metal as they creak closed behind you.
Okay. I guess someone knew that we're in. Guess.
You know what's really interesting about that structure and the greater walls surrounding it? They put the buttresses on the outside. Those are structural supports. They prop the whole thing up. So if this were a defensive installation, first thing to do would be to knock the buttresses down, and that would take the wall with it. Maybe it's just for decoration.
Maybe. Does that mean they're protecting something in? And we're walking in?
Oh, we already did. Gate's back there.
Okay, let's go. Keep going.
Unless Mr.
Now we're
Grizzly
inside,
fly,
where we're supposed to be.
I don't see any option other than walking.
Oh, I can fly. You need me to fly?
You can fly.
I can fly. Where do you want me to fly?
Ah,
Where do you want me to
is a
go?
little bit foggy.
Where am I flying? Where?
I would like you to fly to Calm Downtown for a count of 1, 2,
His ears droop.
3. Beautifully done. Thank you so much.
Anyways, that way. And he's just gonna continue following the road until someone smarter than him tells him otherwise.
All right.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Let me roll some dice. Do.
That is always what I want to hear.
Dina, do you ever feel
Yeah?
sometimes that all you are in this world is just a red line continuing ever forward into
Like,
darkness? and
I
the
don't even
unknown?
know where I'm going.
Yeah, it's
It's the weirdest feeling. Just like
Ooh, meat pie.
my future is being uncovered in front of me. I don't know.
Are you both poets?
And we didn't even know it.
You did? Well, congratulations on your discovery. What a wonderful day this has been.
Thank you.
Why red? I'm curious about your aesthetic choice. Is it symbolic?
Most
like,
lines that I
goes
follow are
where
red
you're
because
going?
they're blood, and I'm usually following a trail of blood to something. So I just assumed all lines are red.
And then I go the other way on red lines, usually.
Huh. Interesting. Following a bloodline as if one were looking back for information about their ancestry, perhaps.
No, it just tastes good.
Don't know about that. Nope. No. No ancestors. None whatsoever.
None of them.
So
They
who
must
is?
have
Nope.
carved you fresh from the
Mm-hmm.
wood.
Yep. See, I have rings.
I saw.
Mhm.
I have to imagine you just like plant the hand like right in her.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you said rings on your hand earlier, I thought you
So-
meant like rings on your fingers. That makes way more sense now. Sorry, please go ahead. I didn't mean to talk over you.
I love the idea of tree rings on your palm. That's such a cute character detail.
Yeah, I like that.
Very cute.
One.
Carved from wood.
Speaking of potentially cute things, Grizzly, are you in the lead?
Yes, but Dina, I think, is on my
Are
shoulders,
you-
so we're kind of tied for in the lead.
Okay, then I think you're the one who spots this, since you don't know a lot, but you are very perceptive. So you see this music box that was just, buried in the mud. And presumably you look around and you see a trail leading off into the woods of various other, little pieces of gold, various sundries.
Are they shiny?
Yes.
Grizzly like kind of stops and then like hunches down really low and does this really like long-legged, almost kind of crab walk type of thing with his wings kind of fanned out behind him as he like walks over to it. And of course that brings Dina into a closer visual range
Yeah.
as well.
And I think once you hunch really low, I hop off your shoulder
Okay.
and do my own little like crow walk dance around it. And then,
Okay, do I trip over Low Grizzly or do I trip over Dina?
Grizzly has the like trailing wings and everything behind him, so you probably trip over Grizzly.
She steps on your wing, and is exceptionally lightweight for a human of her size, and just sort of ends up ass over tea kettle a couple feet in front of you on the trail. Oh, what'd you find?
oh, he picked it
Oh.
up.
He picks it up, he chews it, he licks it, he sniffs it, and then he hands it over to you because he doesn't know what it is.
Okay. what do I see when I like look at it, Chloe? Could I maybe roll an investigation?
Yes, give me an investigation check.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh wow! I rolled a nat 1.
First roll
Get it?
of the campaign.
Okay,
Yeah.
We're off
Get it
to a
out
good
fast,
start.
right?
I mean, it looks like a music box. It's there general pictures of people dancing. You don't recognize the particular fashions or, the art style or anything.
It's all
Yeah,
covered in
but-
mud, and it doesn't occur to me that I can like brush the mud off.
You don't actually see. You also are not sure how to make it go. You don't see any obvious like handle or anything, and you're like, "Hmm,
I'm not sure what this is. Do you know what this is? And I'm gonna show it to Evelyn.
I pick it up, very carefully use the end of my scarf to clean it off. Does it have like a slot where a key would go?
it does not. It looks like a music box, but it's missing the wind-up part."
Oh, I've got just the thing. And I'm going to pull off an earring and try to wind it up with a piece of bent wire.
Yeah, I think give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I can do that. That is just a flat d20 roll. How's a 16?
Yeah, I think you get it work. You get it working. It plays this very haunting minor key melody. You don't recognize the music style, but
I
it
lied. I
sounds
don't
nice.
actually know this song.
It reminds me of a cat.
It reminds you of a cat.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you like cats?
They're okay. They knock me over a lot when they rub. When they comp and rub on you,
But you
they
like
knock me
bats,
over
right?
a lot.
Bats are okay?
Cats don't.
I like
typically rub
bats.
on me.
Oh.
Bats are good. I like bats.
I had a bat nest in my hair once.
Oh,
Grizzly's gonna come over and
that's
like
fun. You have
study
friends
your
wherever
hair
you
very,
go.
very closely.
It is red. It's not. You look a little closer at her hair, and it appears to be like 50% hair strands, 50% plugs of like brushed yarn.
Okay. He kind of rubs his face on your hair for a second, and then says, "Comfortable, warm."
Oh, well, thank you. It's like standing up where you ruffled it. And after a couple of seconds, she takes some dew and slicks it back down. Well,
What were we doing?
if we're all
Where are we going?
done in the mud, and don't let me stop anybody's good time, we were walking that way.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's coins. I think though.
Oh, there
Are
are.
those coins? Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go look at one of the coins, and I'm gonna pick it up
is it heads up?
and put it in a little pouch.
Okay,
Chloe, is it heads up?
let me flip a. Let me let me find some sort of way that I can randomize information to figure out if this fictional thing is in one random state or another. Yeah, it is heads up. It has, this picture of this very striking picture of this regal looking lady on it.
That's good luck.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna go to the next one, and I'm just gonna say it's heads down. But while Evelyn is not looking, I'm gonna very quickly turn it over, and be like, "It's heads up too. I can take it, right?"
Oh no, you should always leave the second coin for somebody else.
By this point,
Oh.
how many coins are
Well-
there in the mud, like within easy reach?
Within easy reach, let's say 3. Say 3 silver coins.
Okay. The third silver coin is
And
currently in
as,
Grizzly's mouth, just FYI.
He's gnawing on it.
Yeah, and as as you pick them up, you start to catch the scent of blood and meat on the wind. Farther off into the woods in the direction that that these coins are leading.
Do I smell that, or
What's your
does Evelyn smell?
perception?
My perception. My
What's your
passive is
passive
10.
perception?
It's 10.
This is a pretty strong breeze. I think you all can smell it, but Grizzly definitely smells it first.
Yeah.
What with his bat nose?
I guess maybe I look really torn because there's coins, but there's also the smell of danger.
Uh-huh.
What are you thinking?
So, is
You look
Grizzly?
like you're rather excited,
Grizzly?
Mr. Grizzly.
Are you okay?
I'm hungry.
We just ate.
He's like slowly inching his way in that direction, but he clearly doesn't want to leave Dina, so he's kind of waiting. And he's,
Okay.
like, he's doing the thing a dog does,
Well,
where he's
I'm
clearly
gonna
looking
follow-
in the direction of food, but he's trying to pay attention to you.
Yes.
Are you?
I am gonna go in that direction if Grizzly's going that way because
Oh,
I'm
you're
following the
both
coins.
leaving. Well.
Come with us, Evelyn.
Oh no, we're in a hurry, and they said that somebody was in trouble down this trail.
Somebody's
It
bleeding
seems
this
like she
way.
would be wrong
Bleeding is
There-
trouble, right?
to. Bleeding is trouble.
Bleeding
Oh,
is
goodness,
trouble.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I've got
Going to
my
waste.
needle and thread. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. And I'll just
Dina.
collect the evidence.
Before,
Oh.
like, I imagine, like, between the fog and the moonlight, it was pretty simple to keep on the trail. Before,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spark up a torch before we go in there.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Or, well, no, you know what? We'll say I have a lantern. Lantern feels more appropriate. And I have to imagine Evelyn would be a little bit wary of open flames.
Yeah. Does Evelyn not have dark vision?
No,
Okay.
you
Just
have some
curious.
sort of vision in the dark? That's amazing.
Yeah, I can see stuff in light that's lower.
Not me. Couldn't be me.
Well then you here. I'll go back and I'll take Evelyn's hand. And be like, okay, we'll come this way. And as I have your hand,
Please.
Oh, you have the lantern.
I do have a lantern. That wasn't like a joke.
Okay. Okay.
I just have to imagine if you took my hand, I would be like bent over at the hip.
Right. I think I initially take your hand and then you just you like drop it.
You
And
take my
light the
hand,
lantern.
and then after a minute, I stand back up, and I've got you dangling from the other arm like the lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want a ride? I don't think I'm quite as capable as
No,
Leslie.
oh, okay. Well, I'm okay. I'm just gonna go,
She drops you.
yeah.
Oh, wise
Do
and
the
mighty
Chinese.
dungeon master. Can Grizzly
Hmm?
can Grizzly kind of fly up into the trees and move that way kind of stealthily?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Give me a stealth check.
Stealth is 17.
All right. You're very stealthy. And I think what I'll give you is that from your higher vantage point, you can just barely make out the just little blurs of fur. You hear soft sounds of growling. You can tell that there are woods, that there are wolves in these woods, but they don't seem to be aware of you. As you make your way over to this red dot, which is a corpse that you have found.
Unaware wolves.
As far as you can tell.
Sorry,
Pretty good.
it was a bad werewolf pun. Sorry, forgive me.
No, that was pretty good. I give you 5 points
Mhm.
for that one.
Thank you.
Anyway, there's a corpse. It seems to have been mauled by some wolves. You don't know where those wolves went, but you see the corpse here. It seems like it's that some of the belongings got dragged off to, towards the road.
What does the corpse look like? Assuming I get there at some point.
You can get there. It looks like just this lady.
Are the wolves between us and the corpse?
No, they're in the area.
Oh,
Grizzly's going to keep an eye out for the wolves then. He's going to leave studying the corpse for the other two.
I'm also aware of the wolves.
Can I be stealthy as I study the corpse?
Yeah. I won't make you
Okay.
roll for it. You already have someone stealthy on lookout.
Okay.
Yeah, so it
yes,
seems
Sorry.
this person is definitely dead. Do you want to just examine the body, or try and figure out cause of death and whatnot?
I would like to. What kind of clothes are they wearing?
Very
Are they wearing no, clothes or
just traveler's clothes. Just clothing that you can take with you on a journey into the woods.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so again, sturdy.
Mm-hmm. Then I don't really care. I'm looking for a fancy merchant type.
I lean down and, without a hint of sneak or stealth, set my lantern right next to you. Is she okay? Miss? Excuse me, miss. Poke, poke.
I think they're dead. I think
They're
we didn't
dead?
get here. No,
Excuse me, sir.
I think they're dead. I think they are not living anymore. I think they wouldn't mind if I took all their if I reappropriated all of their wealth.
Do you need it?
Yes,
For what?
for things.
Such as?
Money can buy goods and services.
Because I'm gonna buy a dinner next time. Exactly what he said. I imagine that comes from a tree.
Yeah, up above you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
All of a sudden we hear this voice. Money can buy goods and services.
I suppose if that's urgent and you think it's going to be profitable, that's fine. But I do recall somebody mentioning all of their wealth back over in that direction.
Oh right. That too.
And
Okay.
it is the dark of the night in the woods. And while this lady's dead.
Maybe she was chasing her cow.
Oh, well, maybe her cow's dead. Maybe her cow killed her. Can you fight a cow?
Okay.
Cows are
I
tasty.
can't.
I can't fight a cow.
It was wolves. Definitely wolves.
It was wolves. That's worse. I think we should leave.
Maybe we should leave.
Maybe we should leave. Great
Okay.
idea. Tina, we should leave.
Grizzly is gonna
Okay.
flit down to the body and
Oh, hello, Mr.
I-
Grizzly.
hello. Dina didn't seem particularly interested in checking the actual corpse. Is there anything I can glean about the corpse that is of note, other than killed by wolves, had some basic modest belongings?
Mm-hmm. I think for Dina, since you were searching,
Mm-hmm.
you find another 7 silver, and also a closed
Yay.
letter
Okay.
and an envelope.
Ooh, fancy.
Also, here's some road art while we're doing road things.
Woohoo! Alright. I like that, it's fun. Okay. I guess, open up the letter. Yes, that
Okay.
it's inside an envelope.
Yeah, if you open up the envelope, then I will give you this handout. Now you get the
Okay.
handout I accidentally gave you earlier.
I helpfully lower my lantern down.
Alright. Hail thee of might and valor. I, Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. Wait, didn't the other letter say that the Burgomaster was not a good person?
Mm-hmm.
I pick up the other letter and read it. Held hostage by the treacherous burgomaster of the village of Barovia.
My chosen son, says the Burgomaster, sweet Ismark Kolyana, has been threatened by a vampire? Vampire.
Both
Vampire.
are correct pronunciations.
Oh wait, I have to fix my vampire neck thing. Okay. So the vampires don't get my neck. He is but a child, and I cannot lose him. For over 400 years, this creature has tormented, tortured, and even drained my people. Now my dear Ismark has been marked for death by this vile beast. So wait, the other letter called the people vile? And this one is calling the beast vile.
That's true.
The Countess has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let those of holy call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrow
It is
to our
meant to
grave.
keep something in.
Oh, so they want us to put the thing in that they're supposed to keep in?
Already here.
Vampire.
Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours? That doesn't sound great. There's much wealth entrapped in this community. Oh, they need help, I think. We should help them.
I get the distinct impression that you have a very limited set of values.
Me? Really?
Yeah.
Copper, silver, gold are the
You
values.
wound me. I'm wounded. Yes. So many values.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize you'd filled it out in triplicate. Mr. Grizzly, could you check something for me?
Of course, yes. What? He's currently licking blood
I've got
off his hand.
the lantern. Can you wash that off? I need your nose. I've got the lantern and the first letter here, and I kind of lean down to help read the both of them, but I take the first letter and I'm going to present it to Grizzly, and I say, could you sniff this? Because I'm noticing that the ink seems very dark red.
could tell you better if I lick it.
Be my guest. We've already read it.
Can I determine if this ink is the ink on the first letter that we got is blood?
Give me a medicine check.
No, no. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. He's good. He's really good at medicine. Oh, actually, he's not as bad as I thought he was. Ah, don't fall off the desk. 16.
There's a little aftertaste of iron as you lick that letter. And again, the first letter.
The further assessment is required.
Second letter is just regular ink.
Based on the fact that he wants to continue licking the letter, you're pretty sure it's probably blood.
Gently pluck it away and shake it dry. Well,
Can I?
we've been presented by two
I-
differing viewpoints.
I have so can I see both, please? Like, he's gonna take both letters real quick, and he's gonna point at the names, specifically the fact that the first one was signed Kaljanovic, and the first one is signed Kaljana Indirovic. So, like, he's gonna point that out, and he's gonna ask what Vic means, V-I-C-H.
Would that be like common cultural knowledge?
Um,
The surname Vic typically indicates that you are somebody's son. Kaljanovic
Yes.
would be the son of Kaljana.
yes. Yes, that is what it means. Yes. I think that's a
would
common
express
enough thing.
Exactly that.
So,
Oh, and well,
so then the daughter.
Kaljanovic, Miss Arena, seems to be referring to her young brother,
Mm-hmm. So.
while Kaljana Indirovic
Mm-hmm.
is referring to their son.
Mm.
This looks like a messy little family dispute.
I think
But-
maybe we
so-
should go find out more. Hmm?
I don't know.
Oh, you were making a face and grunting, so I thought maybe you had some thoughts.
Burp.
Or gas.
Well, there you have it. You two do know
Yeah.
each other quite
Mhm.
well. Well, the trail, I believe, was. I swing back around, looking for tracks off into this part of the woods. I think this way.
There's only one more thing I want to see. Grizzly, can you tell if the body smells like either of these letters?
Oh, very clever.
I think at this point, the body has been out here for too long, and it's a letter. It's not that strong of a scent attached to
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
I don't think you get anything conclusive.
I think we have to go find out more.
Very well. Shall we?
As
All right,
as he's
back
getting
to
up,
the
he
road.
plants his hand on the dead body and gets up and goes, "Oh, oops!" and just like is licking his hand clean as you guys walk back to the trip to the road.
Okay, as you make your way back, the red part is the road, but I'm going to open up some things because you come to essentially a clearing. You can see the road continues on straight ahead into a village. If you look to the south, there's a river flowing along, and if you look to the northwest, you're not sure how you would get there because there's just a massive bunch of trees, and this is way up in the air. You see an imposing castle just on this massive pillar of stone and earth. That's the only reason you can see it, past the trees, because it is dominating the landscape.
Is it like tastefully silhouetting the moon now?
It is the moon, which looks a little bit reddish.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We should go there.
Why would you want to go
I think
there?
I don't know. Tall towers.
So
because
y'all
it's
are
pretty.
I admire your adventurous spirit.
So we're like kind of right at the bend there in the road.
so you're on the east side of this clearing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like this is the part where the bend breaks. See off into the distance since you don't have trees blocking your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not easy to see. It is still misty, but you're able to make out just the big things in the distance.
Are there lights in the village?
Cinnamon.
It actually looks fairly dark.
Nobody walking around with a lantern. None of the buildings have like a lit window.
I mean, it's still like like a mile and a half away.
Ah, well,
Again, you can
mile
make
and a
out.
half in
Yes,
the dark.
there
Okay.
are a couple of lights, but it's not like bus. It's not
Yeah.
incredibly lit up.
Of course.
No light pollution.
That's exactly what I'm curious about. It seems like somebody's probably still awake, but if they want us there by first light, well, maybe we can do a little asking around and try and find out where this child in danger is.
Yeah. The burgomaster's letter didn't it say something about the village?
Presuming that is the village. There aren't exactly signs around. Are there? I look around for signs. There are no signs.
Not on this road, but you were told that you can just follow the road west and you'll hit the village.
Has it been
Okay.
a couple of hours at this point?
Yeah. It's been like 5.5 hours.
Well, if dawn's not too far away. Are you both
Yeah. Let's keep going, I guess.
rested? When's the last
I'm
time you
okay.
slept?
Yesterday.
I get
you need
I
to
get a
sleep?
nice little little zone out when I sit on Grizzly's shoulder.
Ah, dissociation. Wonderful.
I just look at the sky and think of my mortality.
Well, let's go see if there's somewhere to stay, I suppose.
Grizzly will point at the castle.
That seems as good a place as any. I mean, we haven't seen any other place.
That one seems like
That-
it's quite a ways away.
It seems pretty far away. I think
And-
we should go here.
Maybe a little vertical.
Gri-
I'm to understand that you have no problem with such things, but it would be quite a lot of climbing for me.
Oh. That's fair. Ooh, we should sew wings onto you. Not my wings.
Oh,
You
I've
can't-
tried that
You
before.
can't have my wings.
To check.
Well.
So it sounds like, are you heading to the village? You following the road still?
Yeah,
Seems
I feel
like
like
the
we're
way to go.
probably saying this as
exactly.
Okay.
we walk.
Just need to roll some dice. You have a relatively pleasant journey towards the village as the sun is starting to rise. So let's switch you over to a village map as you approach from the east side. I don't need a fog before it. It's daytime. We'll just open up the whole thing. Have a village map. This is, and I think as you come in, you do see a sign, like the village of Barovia.
We found it.
Oh,
It is, you have found it, but despite it light coming up, you know, in most places you'd expect people to be heading off to their jobs, going about fetching water, cutting wood, but for the most part, this town is deathly silent. There are a few buildings with active chimneys. Um, the the most notable sound you hear is the sound of someone sobbing, more towards the center.
oh.
I understand that we have business to attend to, but do you mind? There's just. It seems like, there's somebody maybe I could spare a minute.
I guess we'll go that way. Okay.
You don't have to come, but thank you. I'm gonna skitter off toward that sobbing immediately.
Hey, you make your way over to E3. You can tell as you pass by E1 seems to be some sort of tavern like area. You actually, it seems to be, or sorry, E2 seems to be a tavern. Like E1, you actually see, a shop opening for business, but you said you're going to E3. So you come across this, dark two-story townhouse.
E3 is where we hear the stopping.
Yep.
Okay.
It is boarded. It seems to be boarded up and barricaded. But nonetheless, you hear a moaning sob. That just fills your thoughts with sadness coming from inside the house.
Door is boarded from outside or inside?
So the windows are boarded up from outside,
Mm-hmm.
but if you try and open the door, it feels like there's a barricade on the inside.
I would never, but I do knock politely.
There is no response.
Oh goodness, somebody's really
Do
sad.
we hear the sobbing change at all when she knocks?
Nope.
Hello, are you okay in there? I press my ear to the door.
There's
Just-
no response.
Oh goodness gracious. Maybe we should ask next door.
I mean, we could. I'm sorry, what did you say E1 was?
E1 seems to be some sort of shop.
Okay. So yeah, I guess, we want to go over and, like, knock on the front door of the shop, see if anyone's there?
Could you check with them and I'll check across the street?
Okay. I will knock on the shop, but of course I knock very low. I like knock very low. My cat just looked at me funny because I knocked.
All right. The door opens up, and this tall, like muscular, red-haired girl, opens up and says, we have business? Aren't we
I
have
think she doesn't
business?
see me at first. And then she
Oh.
looks down, and I'm like looking up. I'm like, hi.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi. My name is Dina, and I'm coming into town with my friends because we got a letter that said you guys needed help. But we heard someone crying in the building next door. Have you seen anyone go into that building or anyone come out?
She says, "Oh, that's old man Marek. I used to play with his son, but his son ran away from home. It's the whole thing. He's been really torn up about it.
Um, does the weeping sound like? I mean, does it sound like a traditionally male voice or sound like a
Yeah,
traditionally female? Okay.
yeah, it
Oh,
matches what she says. Also, here's a picture of Penny.
she's beautiful. Okay.
She's a buff teenage redhead.
Okay.
I think after a minute, I've like gone and knocked on the other door and gotten no response, so I come to check over here. Nobody was answering, and oh, hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Evelyn Spencer, and she curtsies.
Hi, my name's Penny.
Hello, Penny. Um, I I hope my friend Dina here has already asked. There was a crying voice next door.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yes,
told her about
Penny
it.
was very helpful.
Oh, well, thank
Penny
you
was
so
very
much.
helpful. Uh, there's a man, uh, McMaster. I was listening, definitely, while you said things. Can you?
Yep,
Yep,
old man Marek.
Old man
that's the
Merrick.
one. That's what I said. Old man Merrick, his son ran away, and now he's sad.
Oh,
And
goodness.
but I mean, what was well? So we're here, and I'm going to reference the letter that we got. I think I'm going to reference the letter that we got originally. So the one from Kalyanovich. We're here because we got a letter from Irina Kalyanovic about her brother Isbark.
Oh
Does
yeah.
that sound familiar?
Oh yeah, the Burgomaster's kids. Yeah, they're really nice.
Uh,
You
Would you
showed
mind
her the
telling
Um,
us
letter?
where they live? I've got the letter right now. I've very inconspicuously folded it and put it in my bag.
Well, Penny points down to down south towards E2 and says, "Well, that's their house, but um, but their mom passed away a couple of days ago. I think they're actually in the tavern right now." And points north towards E2.
Oh, goodness. I will have to bring my condolences. Thank you, Penny.
so they lived in E4. She pointed to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Thank you, Penny.
Okay.
her mom called
If you're not
her.
busy, come back. I want to hear about your adventures, right?
Yeah.
How did
I
you
want to hear
know?
about adventures you've had.
Is this? You said this was a shop. Is there like a sign hanging off of it?
Yeah, this is Batilda's Mercantile.
Matilda's Mercantile.
Oh.
Oh, um, well, okay. I think that would be doable, but we have to deal with something a little bit urgent first.
So
Okay, well, I'll be here.
It was lovely to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye. Have a good day. Try not to get eaten by any zombies or werewolves or anything else.
There's zombies and werewolves around here?
There's zombies and werewolves all over the place.
Oh yeah, we've had a
Guess.
real problem with them. Um, that's why all the houses are boarded up. And she points around, and you notice claw marks and various scratch marks on them.
Oh,
Oh wow, they really get up there, don't they? Huh.
yeah.
I wouldn't have assumed the
Wow.
second floor, but that makes sense.
I wonder if they're jumping or climbing or wow.
Well, thank you. That was very informative.
Hmm,
I'm gonna
Thank you.
curtsy and walk off down the street a bit.
I hate to
All
interrupt,
right.
but might I suggest we take a
So,
5-minute
hmm?
break so I can address a couple technical issues?
Yes, I was about to say that we should. Yes, let's take a at least 10-minute break, since I think this is a good stopping point before we get
Hmm.
into and meet some other NPCs. So yes, we'll take a 10-minute break. That'll give you have a chance to fix up things, and if people can get snacks, do whatever. I owe someone a drink from chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right. In that case, we will be back in about 5
All right,
minutes,
we'll be
everybody.
back in 10 minutes, everyone.
Or 10 minutes. Thank you.
10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes. Yeah, so we'll do a full break.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
course, my camera is now weirdly reset. Well, we are back, but I'm going to fiddle with my camera for a moment so that it is viable again. Everybody else, please continue to...
Okay. All right, let me know when your camera's set, and then we will hop back in. Hello, audience. We are finished doing one last touch-up, and then... Oop, are we good to go? All right, hello.
Hello,
All right,
everybody.
so...
Hopefully you can hear us.
Yep, I have drinks. I tried to grab something red. This was close as I had, so we'll do orange. Diluted
It's
blood,
just
I
really
guess.
watered down. Yeah, exactly.
It's blood orange.
It's just blood without any iron in it. Needs to go lick that gate some more.
I think I'm caught up on drink. All right, so all of you were heading north to the tavern. There are... Let's see. I have a whole tavern map. But I'll put it on later. Anyway, you all find quite a few people talking. You see that the tavern doesn't seem to have many people, but except for one table, you see a trio of people in that same kind of very flowy, colorful fashion for the most part. You know, on one side of the table. On the other side of the table, you see this woman in practical armor, and there is a shorter person next to her, wearing with a cloak with a hood pulled up. There's also a bartender, and I can pull up pictures for all of these people, but I don't want to overload you. So, who would you like to go up and talk to any of them?
I personally vote for the one in armor because she looks like another adventurer, maybe.
I don't have any desire to talk to people that I don't have any read on. I feel like, playing it cash, hanging out, and trying to get a better impression of these people is significantly safer in a situation like this.
Okay. So we just sit down at
Grizzly
a
is
table and
immediately going to go up to the lady in armor and start sniffing her.
read the room.
Yep.
Okay.
Grizzly's
So
gonna do that.
pull out a picture for her.
8 charisma, 8 intelligence.
What would
so.
she do if she just started getting sniffed at?
Like he's not aggressively in her face sniffing her, but he's definitely gonna walk over and kind of stand somewhat near her and just.
Wow, that's her picture?
Mhm.
Okay.
Except she's
I
wearing
think...
a red scarf.
Got it. From a couple feet away, Evelyn is looking on in horror as one of the most beautiful women she's ever seen is getting harassed by a bat.
Oh, harassed is a strong word. She's being assessed. We're assessing the villagers,
Strong
remember?
word that I would use.
Hey, that's Evelyn's word, is assessed.
There's a
I'm
second.
gonna. Oh.
Right. There's a second where you see her. Probably not you, Grizzly, because you're up too close sniffing, but I think the other two of you see this lady reach for a sword, but then she looks at Grizzly, a little bit confused, but then seems to decide something and, relax her guard. And she says, "Can I help you?"
I'm going to sort of walk up and grab one of Grizzly's wings and just he's very friendly. My
I-
name is.
I've
my name
been
is
told
Dina.
wide smiles
Hi.
make people
What's
feel
your
more
name?
at ease.
He probably has like really pointy teeth, right?
Yes, he does.
Whoever told you that did you a disservice. But she, looks down towards you, Dina, and says, "My name is Irina Koljanovic."
Oh, we came here because you sent us a letter.
She seems confused by this.
Oh, that's the one that tasted like blood.
I don't believe I've done anything.
Right, that letter.
It tasted good, yeah.
And I'm gonna pull it out. I don't know. I'm just kind of like hand waving that I have it. I'm gonna pull it out and be like, this letter.
She takes it from you and looks it over, and then she says, I'm sorry, but I did not write this. I'm not sure who would have,
Is that your name?
but it is my name, but this isn't something that I wrote.
Somebody wanted us here. But who?
Is your brother being held by an evil bugmaster?
Burgomaster.
Burgomaster.
Mm-hmm.
So the smaller figure in the cloak pulls off his hood and says, Hi, I'm her brother. I'm fine.
Oh. Hi.
Adventure.
I'm Dina. So, for reference, Dina is, I think, like about 2.5 feet, 3 feet tall. And I'm assuming this kid is like taller than her.
Yeah, he's like 3'6".
Okay. So yeah. So I'm looking up. I'm like, hey, hi. Are you Ismark then?
Hi, yeah, that's me.
You're being threatened by the
Huh.
big vampire bat.
Mm,
And I'm gonna elbow him and be like, you're a big vampire bat dummy.
Right. Not me. I'm not threatening you. Someone said you were
he
being
looks up
threatened
at
by
his
a different
sister.
vampire bat.
So Irina steps in and says, So my mother was the burgomaster of this village. Seeing as how I think you called it a bug master, I should clarify that that's essentially the village leader. She...
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. Maybe helpful if I can answer your questions as I talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, so we were coming to the village because we were following that letter that you didn't send us. And we were on the road and we found, I don't know, it was just a letter that was lying there. And, it was very, very much the same. There was a lot of similarity.
Lying there in a
But,
dead woman's pocket.
It was lying there in the mud. It was lying in the mud. And
I am not near these people. I'm not associated with these people. I'm at the bar trying to figure out what the colorful cloaked folks are up to. And I am holding on to the other letter. Since you went ahead and swapped them on me, you do not get to God hand this one out of my possession.
I didn't know I swapped them on you. I'm sorry.
I had the blood one because I had him tested. We roll.
Oh, right. Okay.
Fuck it, we ball.
Okay. So you've got the other one. So I'm like, there's we got another letter. We found it when we were coming in to the village, and it was sent to this It wasn't sent to us, but it was sent to someone, and they must have dropped it. And the letter was sent by Kalyana Indurovic. Is that your mom?
It is.
Okay. So.
I see that letter too.
Oh well, our friend has it. Where would you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there she is.
Grizzly
Okay, over
pats
there
his
at the bar.
pockets, but he doesn't actually have any pockets, so he kind of goes, I don't know. Oh, not me.
Mm-hmm. No, sorry. Evelyn. Evie's over at the bar. So,
If my guess is, we talked about what to do. So, about keeping Ismark safe. We thought about asking outsiders for help, but we ultimately decided that we couldn't get them involved. This is too dangerous of a place.
why is your brother in trouble?
So my mother, the former burgomaster, she was keeping some of our taxes in order to restore this village. And the ruler of this land, the vampire Strahd, was angered by this and has been attacking this village nonstop and has threatened to take Ismark as payment, as punishment.
Oh. So
Probably to eat him.
then I guess we need to stop him somehow. Probably by eating what he said.
I do want to fight the Countess Strahd, but I need to make sure that my mother is buried and my brother is safe before I can do any of that. So
Where's your mother's body now?
she is still at our house. Like I don't know where you came from or why you're here, but would you be willing to help us?
I guess we could. What do you think? What do you think, guys?
Hmm?
Can we
Oh.
help?
Wherever you go, I'm going. So.
Okay. Evie?
Evelyn, I think you might be muted.
I am.
There you go.
I'm not.
Oh.
I am again not over there and not part of this conversation. I've been trying to gather information on the white or the fancy, colorful cloaked people this whole time.
Oh, right.
Whenever
we
we
sh-
feel like pivoting.
We should do that conversation. I did not catch that. So
While we're being idiots with Irina and her brother.
all right, so there is this trio of people, them up here. We have more devastatingly attractive people.
Everybody's really hot in this town. It's messed up.
Ow! Jeez. Maybe that's the actual, problem. They're all, robots. Oh my god, it's Westworld.
So I feel like I ordered a beverage, not paying attention to what it is, and I'm pretending to drink it while just milling about near them.
Are you actually talking to them?
I'm shamelessly eavesdropping.
Oh, okay. In that case, then you hear both of the. You see, this lady and this non-binary person fuss over this guy, As you take some time to listen, you hear him coughing. It seems like he's not well.
Mhm.
They're concerned for his health.
Are any names exchanged?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you the names. So Gorik is the guy on top. Mirabelle is the lady on the bottom right. And Soren is the non-binary person on the bottom left.
Okay. And it seems to be over concern of a sickness of some sort?
Mhm.
I think after listening in for a minute or two, uh, she would probably conclude that it's it's not her business and would approach for a different reason, asking where in town to find Kalyana Indirovic.
I think Mirabelle is the one who steps up to talk to us. Um, oh, if you want to meet her, you came a couple of days too late, darling.
Oh, did she leave town?
No, she passed away a couple of days ago.
Forgive me. I didn't know I received this letter but last week, but it's been such a long road. Thank you. Does she survived by anybody? I
Yeah,
recall her
her two kids.
mentioning a son and daughter.
Oh, Arena and Ismark. Yeah, her two kids are over there, pointing at the table where
I feel
her
like
other
I
party
look over,
members
and
are.
this is right when you're like, that's where Evelyn is. And we lock eyes, and I flush up to my ears, and I turn back to these people. Like, well, thank you very much. Um, and I'm realizing that I've trapped myself in a situation where I've clearly acknowledged you while I was trying to be sneaky and have no social graces to uh, navigate it. So I just end up kind of whimpering back over to you two with my tail between my legs. Um, hello. Uh, you are the Lady Indirovic's children?
Uh, Arena says, "Yes, that's me. Are you companions of theirs?"
Um, we're traveling buddies. Looking over at like Grizzly and just sort of nodding as I say buddies. Like I'm trying to convince myself of it. We're buddies. We're buddies. Um, I am Evelyn Spinster. It's, well, um, my condolences for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I
Um,
was asking your friends if any of you would be willing to help me with some things.
uh, certainly. What is it you need help with?
I was explaining to them that one, I need to take my mother to the graveyard to give her a proper burial. And then I want to take Ismark to. There's a town west with. There's a church where he'll be safe. Barovia is too close to the lair of the Countess Strahd. I need to get him farther
Countess.
away.
Is that the castle up on the spire?
She gives a somber nod.
Oh,
The Countess is a
how
castle?
fascinating and terrifying. The the abode is a castle. Um,
Oh.
may I ask to whom the church is consecrated?
Say that again, Verdi.
I asked, may I ask to whom the church is consecrated?
Uh, I believe the church in Valaki is concentrated to Saint Markovia, if I remember correctly.
Saint Markovia. Okay. Um, don't know the name of the saint, but I at least would be happy to lend my assistance. You needed help burying your mother?
Oh, to start, yes. Her body is still in our abode.
Oh, goodness. That must be difficult.
So I guess first we have to go get her body, and then take her to church. Right?
Did you
Yes.
wish to have her buried there as well?
No, this
Oh,
is
right.
while this church is not as well fortified. This town is her home, and I would not
see.
separate her from the town she loved.
How did she die?
She had a heart attack. She was under a lot of stress with Strahd's nightly assaults.
Hmm.
Oh, then are those the werewolves and zombies?
That's entirely possible, but not the topic.
Mm,
Hmm.
Well, is that who's telling them to come and you know how Penny told us about them, and is if they're coming every night, then that sounds like maybe that's who's telling them to come.
That's, like I said, entirely possible, but not necessarily the question. You need a body buried and a funeral held. Would you like to do that today?
I would appreciate that if we could. That way we could get moving off to a safer place for my brother as soon as possible. And of course, I will, of course, pay you for your services.
I'm good at
will
lifting
see
dead
to the
bodies.
funeral. I wouldn't mind a little muscle, but I don't think it's right to accept pay for something like that.
I'm gonna tug on Grizzly's wing, and when he leans down, I'm good. Are you don't? If I tug on your wing, will you lean down? Okay. Don't eat this one. You shouldn't eat this one.
Oh. He kind of like kicks the ground.
But
Fine. Just carry, don't eat.
Right. How does she react to? How does Irina react to him saying that?
Oh gosh, let me.
I will find.
She's keeping an eye on Grizzly, but she doesn't sense malice, so she'll take what she can get.
Mm-hmm. He means well.
Can see that. All right. So, do you walk over to, the house and funeral preparations?
Yeah.
If they'll take us there, yeah.
I have, among other things, I have on my person a holy symbol of Kellimpor, and versed in how to actually host like an actual funeral. So I imagine that Evelyn, now in her comfort zone, snaps into, making sure the body is prepared properly and that we see her out to a spot that I can, say words over and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. You go ahead. You go. Nah, you don't need to do any rolls. Yeah, you go ahead and do this. And now we'll zoom in. You make your way into their house. Actually, I guess that is relevant. You notice in particular that there are like a lot. Actually, what's your passive perception?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
9.
Grizzly notices that there are a lot of trampled weeds. Like, there were wolf prints and weird footprints all around the village, but especially around this house. Um, but you make your way in,
Did
like past the boarded up windows, past a bunch of holy symbols.
Grizzly's gonna
Sorry, go on.
Grizzly's gonna ask Irina, did your mother send a letter with a woman who was eaten by wolves?
Oh, you mean the letter that we found in the mud?
Possibly. She may have. We talked about what to do to protect Ismark. She wanted to make sure that no outsiders would get swept up in in whatever is happening here now. She was in a lot of despair and anguish towards the end of her life. Though I intend to prove her wrong and show that we can break ourselves free of the curse of Strahd.
Roll credits.
Title drop.
Roll credits. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I'm like bustling back and forth, and as I walk by, I pull the letter out and I, hand it to the daughter. Hear out of one ear that the conversation's going on. And I
think
just
Irina
go back
looks
to
at it and
the
she
body.
says, "Yeah, this looks like her handwriting." Yes, lupine. Yes, there's like every time she says Strahd, there's a crash of thunder, and the camera pans to the castle.
Yay!
So you get the body and prepare it. Do you want to go into details on like what do you do to prepare the body?
Well, what shape is she in? Was it actually a heart attack?
What? It seems like it. Yeah, it seems like it was actually a heart attack.
Then, if they have like an appropriate amount, it would be equal parts black and white cloth. And if they have like sheets but don't have funeral vestments, Evelyn would be taking the time to fashion the cloth properly to wrap her, such that she ends up not quite like a present, but the black and white cloth are at diagonals and they form like a knot over her heart that is a swirl of black and white, on which she plants the holy symbol of the scales, and then mutters over it as we take it out to whatever the gravesite is, beseeching Kelimvor of the Crystal Spire to guide her soul safely to its final judgment. I think when it all finishes, she lays down, or well, doesn't lay down. She kneels down next to wherever we're burying the body, and takes from a pouch at her side a little thing of seawater, and then waters the grave soil and tills it up with her hand.
All right, you have this lovely burial. Like despite how torn up the city is, this you can tell that you're bringing some peace to to these two siblings. And of course they're sad that the mother has died, but you can tell that there's this amount of happiness that they can at least let her rest in a proper way that they thought maybe they wouldn't have had a chance to do. So it takes a couple of hours, but no, but but their mother is buried in the ground. There's a nice gravestone set up. Like Irina stands up and says, "All right, let me get my belongings. We still have a lot of light we can use to travel by, and then we can make our way west."
Okay. So, we have to go back to their house? Right?
If you're free to stay there if you'd like. If you want to go to the tavern or go around town, that's up to you as well.
Is there a
Oh,
smithy in
sorry.
town?
I mean,
Hmm?
Chloe,
Yeah.
is there a smithy in town? Blacksmith?
Um.
or a
Yeah,
silversmith?
there's one next to the mercantile shop.
Okay. That's the only place that I intend to go before the night's out. And I
So
don't
are
sleep, so
are we all hanging out at their house?
Wasn't the house being attacked by werewolves?
Is it a big
Also,
sleepover?
all of them are
all the wolf
allegedly.
prints. There's so
yeah,
many.
but it's daytime now. Presumably, you know, again, because you came here by night, so now
Yeah.
you basically got here at daybreak. So things seem safe for now.
Oh,
Also,
sorry.
Do we
before you
need to
head off
take
to
a
your thing,
rest or?
I just want to let you know one last thing before you
Yeah.
decide what to do. Grizzly, you notice there's an old lady like who's looking. You see her look at she's been looking out the windows at this burial. She seems like some sort of like perhaps cleric, but she hasn't come out. Just see her like snooping nervously.
Which building is that from?
E5. The graveyard is E6.
Okay, okay.
You can see her snooping at the back. That's it.
And we need to travel outside the town to take the boy somewhere, right?
Mhm.
There's a church outside town that we need to take the boy.
Yep.
Presumably the next day.
Okay. Okay.
So then we will need to sleep here overnight then. So then that's the only reason I was pointing out that, sorry, out of character, that's the only reason Grizzly was pointing out the wolf things, is the idea of sleeping there overnight if there are way more wolves there than anywhere else. Where do Irina and
Yeah.
Ismark plan on staying tonight?
Good question. I think they are. I guess if you go and find them, they say that um that they can stay in their house. It has been under attack, but it is well defended at least.
Okay, so they are planning on staying in the family estate.
Yep, if you stay the night, that is where they will be.
Okay. Yeah. So Grizzly just says, uh, "I'm I'll stay with you. both of you. If we're supposed to keep
Yeah.
you safe, then
I think that's the best place for us to stay, Grizzly.
Would you like me to stay there too?
Yeah. Yeah.
it's better if everyone stays together, huddle together for warmth.
If you wanna. I mean, and I'm gonna look at everyone in this mark. Yeah. My
Okay,
father
that
almost.
sounds intriguing.
My father always used to say, "Don't split the party."
But
That was
it wasn't a
it was
party,
good
it was
advice.
a funeral.
It was a funeral party.
Funerals can be
You
parties.
didn't even get to prepare little snacks.
Yes, we did. She's
Without
we,
little
we put her in the ground.
I'm gonna elbow Grizzly and
Oh,
whisper, "Not a snack! Not a
that's
snack!"
completely inappropriate. I will stay with you, but I have some business to attend to first.
Okay. Well, I want to see if we can get. I mean, if we're gonna be fighting, well, I mean, not fighting, but if we're gonna be traveling to this place where the vampire is, to ask them very nicely, not to, you know, bother you guys anymore. I guess maybe I should have some. I don't know. Is there anything that's good against vampires? I'm asking Irina.
Let me see. What does she know?
Yeah. Yes, Grizzly?
I'm good at fighting vampires. I'm good at fighting everything.
That's
Uh,
good.
I think she tells you that, you know, that according to the stories, you can that if you pierce a vampire's heart with a wooden stake, you can, at the very least, incapacitate them, if not destroy them.
Maybe we should get some of those.
Grizzly will
Just
take
to
out
protect
his
ourselves.
pike, which is basically just a big sharpened stick, a very big sharpened stick.
I suppose that might work. And I I can't say that I'm an expert at hunting vampires.
Okay. Well, maybe we should get some more? Cause I don't know. Are you supposed to like leave them in the vampires? Or do you take them with you? Or
I have already left.
I'm not
to the
sure.
Blacksmith.
Poor
I
poor
think-
Evie.
Yeah, I think you're having this conversation.
Poor Evie just has to keep walking away. while
Irina
we're
is
doing her
honestly
thing.
unsure. Yeah, Evelyn, you're heading to the smithy.
Knock. If there is a door, I'll knock on it. If there is a stall, I'll just call hello.
It looks like there was a stall, but it's been, again, boarded shut like a lot of the other buildings.
Makes a lot of sense. I'll knock first. Seems polite. No.
Okay, you knock and you wait a little bit. I think at some point Penny walks over and says, "Are you looking for the smith? I think he left town."
No kidding. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
What were you looking for?
Glances up and down. Well, do you know how to work an anvil? You've certainly got the arms for it.
I have been practicing. What do you need?
Perhaps you'd be able to help me. I need a couple of things. The first is going to be a length of wood, a saw, a sharpened knife, and I wanted to know if you could maybe. Do you know anything about metal plating?
What kind of metal plating? Like
Oh
armor?
no, I was
Or like a
I
roof?
was going to ask you to plate my sword in silver.
Mm, uh, I'm sorry, I'm not that good at metal work yet. We might have some silver swords in stock.
Well, by all means, I should be checking the
Auntie,
market first. Would you show me the way?
yeah, she just points to the building that she's standing at.
She sticks out her
Let
arm
me get
like
my let me get my aunt.
leans
All
over a
right,
little bit.
so
It's
all
like,
right, so
uh-huh.
so this older looking woman comes down and says, "I see we have customers today. How lovely. How can I help you?"
Swing and a miss on the arm grab. Hello. My name is Evelyn Spinster. And I'm an adventurer, and we just had a funeral. So I wanted to know if you had perhaps. Well, let's see. I needed a length of ash wood. I needed a sharpened knife. I needed a small handsaw, and and then she pulls out a little notebook and checks it just to make sure. But if you've got anything to do with silver powder or holy water, that would be very, very helpful.
All right. Well, the first few things you've asked for, those are pretty standard materials. So I could do that for adventuring gear.
I think at some
Birdie,
point
what do you want to
we
use them
walk out.
for?
A pair of 10-foot poles, one of which is going to be a 10-foot pole, the other which she's going to saw and sharpen into stakes.
All right.
The handsaw just to have on hand. The knife, because the knife is always useful. And then silver or holy water.
All right. So, just because I forget numbers, I think she looks adventurers. You see, you see a price sheet on the on the wall. It looks like they're at player's handbook prices, but then she looks you up and down, like crosses them out, and then writes in the same price but 5 times higher.
Now, why would you
I
go and
can,
do a thing like that?
well, my dear, because I don't think you have many other places to shop.
Of course! Enforced scarcity. Well, if
I'm
we're gonna
glad you
haggle, let's
understand
haggle.
mercantilism.
Uh, she's got this big smile, and it kind of looks for a second like she's shifting mental gears, and that she's like a puppet, and the strings just go kind of slack for a second. And when she shifts mental gears, the smile goes from bright and genuine like it was for Penny to cunning like a fox, and she's going to try and bargain that back down. Because Evelyn Spinster,
Hmm.
raised by a hag in a town full of thieves, knows
Okay.
how to get a price
What?
back.
Say what do you tell her, and then give me a. Is this like persuasion?
I think
Seems like persuasion, but I don't know. It could be intimidation, some sort of talky thing.
that's How about I act it out, you tell me whether you think persuasion or intimidation is more appropriate.
Yeah, act it out.
I and my peers are here in this town of lovely Barovia with acute knowledge as to a persistent problem. problem having to do with werewolves. Now, I don't know about you, but I have the distinct impression that werewolves wouldn't pay for your goods, or your guts, or your blood, or your bones. They would just take, 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 take. And I'm in the unique business of putting an end to that. So what do you say? From a mercantile perspective, we recognize a mutual interest in giving me a discount.
I feel like this is intimidation, so go ahead and roll that.
Gladly. That is 16 plus 6, 22.
Dang. All right, I think she thinks for a bit. You know what? Just for you, fine. We'll go back to the original prices. Doesn't matter anyway. I'll just send Penny to pick them up off your corpses once you die.
Oh, wonderful. I'll tell you exactly where we can be found.
Oh, good. Would you like to fill out this map?
Gladly. And I will jot down the gist of like, yeah, we're headed over to the next town. Completely sincere in that regard. I assume that this is the fortified church? Just asking for clarity's sake.
Hold on. Which one were you asking about?
I was asking about the church in the next town over to the west.
Yeah, that's the one you're looking for.
Okay. And that's
the
on
town. That's the
this
town
map?
of Valaki. I am going to, in fact, since she is in fact pulling out a map, let's see, I'll reveal some
Oh,
things.
wonderful.
I'll give you some. There's Valaki over here. Because there's some major landmarks you're able to make out.
Mm-hmm. I think while she sends the lady to go pick up all the things that she requested. And while the lady's bustling around, Evelyn is making a decently detailed copy of the map in her journal.
Let me see.
Cheaper than paying for one.
Yeah, there's so I think big things you notice, there's Valaki here. There's Kresk here. Turns out most of this is wilderness. They're like 3 cities, that's it.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some big lakes and cities up in the northwest.
Does this map not have information about how the old Svalek road connects?
It would have general details, but
The
less
map that you
detailed
showed.
than
I
you would
getcha.
actually get on this map. So you do like see that the Svalach road connects, but but you wouldn't have the particular details. You'll have to actually go there for that.
Okay.
Yes, you're free to buy the things you asked for at player's handbook prices. So
Okay.
feel free
I
to
will make
check the
notes of
list
that
and
for
do that.
myself.
I think at some point I would have dragged Grizzly along with me to the to the shop. And I would like to say, "Oh, hello, Evelyn. How are you?"
She restrings herself for a second and then kind of comes back together with that same gentle smile as before. Hello, Dina. Hello, Grizzly. I was just doing a little light shopping myself.
Oh, it looks like things are very, very reasonably priced.
You have to love
Hmm.
local courtesy and hospitality.
That's so nice of them. Such nice people.
Mhm.
So, I'm gonna look around. Are there any swords out on display?
There are.
Okay. I would like to go look at them.
They are swords of not particular. They're not particularly. What's the word?
Good.
Artsy. I can't
Oh.
think of the word. They're
Uh,
very plain
ornate.
swords.
Okay.
They're fine. They're function. Ornate. That's the word I was trying to
Yeah.
think of. They're fine. They're functional, but
Okay.
nothing special. Just
So
this is a sword. It's a metal thing you can poke someone with.
I have a rapier on me, and I was. Is there a rapier, uh, there like on display?
Yeah, yeah. That's probably a rapier.
Um, does it look like uh? Does it look sort of like mine? The same quality or?
It is a basic rapier. If you're asking.
Yeah.
No magic items here.
Okay. I'm just gonna like walk around the shop and I'm looking. Does she have any? So she had the ashwood poles that Brittany was looking for. Um, does she have any like on display or anything? Like, is she displaying anything besides the swords in this? Uh, in this in this shop, does she have anything like, or does it look pretty empty?
What?
Does it look pretty picked over?
There. It's decently stocked. Yeah, I see your message.
Yeah. Because I'm like not sure if I should have like a silver weapon. And are the swords on display in the shop, are they silver?
I will say that there are a couple of silver weapons. They are like way in the back. They are, wrapped up by chains. Very much like, this is the good stuff. But there are silvered weapons.
That's something I was looking for. How much is the upcharge on one of those?
Silvered weapons cost the base cost of the weapon plus 100 gold. They are expensive.
Does she have any silver arrows? Like arrows with silver tips?
It's a wise
Yeah.
decision.
Yes. Let's see. What are the costs? Yeah, it's 10 pieces. Yeah, 10 pieces of ammunition costs 100 gold.
Okay, sorry, I'm looking at Rachel in chat because she's a different person. um,
Well, say I finish up my shopping, deciding on not the silver, and leave before these two try anything silly.
that sounds like a good idea.
Grizzly's going to leave with whoever leaves first.
You are going to get yourself in so much trouble.
Possibly.
Grizzly has no interest in shopping.
Grizzly, would you
think-
like to help me with something heavy?
I can do that.
We're gonna go break into the blacksmith next door and use the tools while nobody's home.
You've turned him into a criminal.
All right, Dina, let's do your thing first.
Okay.
What
What
would you like to do?
What I would like to do is I obviously can't hide a sword under my coat, but I would like to switch my rapier for one of the silver rapiers.
She did mention that they're chained up.
Oh, did she? I thought they were just covered
She
up,
said,
like wrapped.
like, chained up.
There's a lock on them. I mean, if you know how to pick locks, you could.
You need to be some kind of a rogue.
I do
Nah.
know how to pick locks.
I'll say mechanically, you will need
Godspeed.
to make a good stealth check and a good sleight of hand check.
Well, I was kind of counting on my friends to be here to
You never
distract
told
Did
me
not
you're
at
gonna
any
do crime.
point talk to us about this or ask for
Yeah,
help.
and then you ran away. Okay.
Ran away, finished my business, and left the store.
Yes,
like
that
you
one.
do.
Uh-huh. I'm a rogue. I'm not a smart rogue,
What are
but
you doing, God?
okay. So, what do you want in terms of? You want a stealth check,
And a
right?
sleight of hand check.
Give me a stealth
sleight of
check and a. I guess it's just a charity check to pick locks.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Give me your stealth check first. See if they notice you.
Okay. 15. Do I have to use my inspiration before or after you tell me?
You can use
if
it
works?
after.
Okay.
That's what how I generally do it. All right.
Okay.
I think you catch them talking to each other. Batalda is telling Penny. All right, so in about a week or so, I want you to go check the roads, see if they died. Like, she is serious about grabbing the things off your corpse. You're dead.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But anyway, they are busy talking. They're not paying attention.
All right. So now I'm going to try to pick that lock.
Mm-hmm.
You want a dex check or a sleight of hand?
It is a dexterity check.
Okay.
But if she's proficient with thieves' tools, would she not have her proficiency bonus? Well, that's awkward.
Okay, I think I got it this time, but
Yeah.
sadly, that silver rapier remains out of reach.
Okay. They didn't see me, though. So, that's good.
All right, break-in team, how's it going?
Presumably, like, if the blacksmith has fled town, obviously they didn't board the door up from inside when they left, so I was just gonna try and go in the front door. And, you know, if it needs a little grease, I'm sure that me and Mr. Batoms can do it together.
Yeah, you know what? I think, again, it's hard work, but you have plenty of time to do it, so you can just pull at the boards until you're able to make an opening. And again, like, there's still very, very few people out on the
Mhm.
street.
Once we're inside, all I'm looking for is the sort of like grinder that you would typically use to powder metals. And I'm gonna drop
Sure, yes.
5 silver coins in and work it until I've got silver powder.
Let's let me roll some chance die.
Sure. I love a percentage.
I think the grindstone is in pretty poor repair. You're not able to get enough silver powder for a sword, but I'll say you get enough silver to powder 3 pieces of ammunition.
Well, that's nice. I'm saving up for spell components. So we'll say 3.
What spell component are you looking for?
I don't know. Flavor. Fun times.
Okay.
Some sort of paladin nonsense.
Sure, you have silver then.
Thank you.
Yep.
My goodness, you would think, given the state of the market next door, that the smithy would be in better shape, but I guess most of those were exports.
Chris,
Are there any goods just lying around in there? Maybe dear Grizzly can help himself.
yeah, they're probably assorted house goods. You know what? I'll say that there's a set of smithing tools. If you just want to like gather a bunch of hammers and things, you could have basically a set.
I don't have any particularly need for these. Do you? I have to imagine hammering on metal would be hard with your, I assume you have sensitive hearing.
Grizzly does
Maybe
find a
we
long
leave the
pair of
smithing tools to the smithy.
forceps, like really long pair of forceps, and he uses them to start scratching his back. Those he'll take. Those he'll take with him.
Oh, that's fun. You know what? If there is a pair of manacles.
Ooh.
The forceps.
Yeah, you find one pair of manacles.
Beautiful.
It is not in the smithing room. It is in the bedroom.
Oh, would you
So-
look at this? They put like
They're
pink
fur
fuzz
lined,
on them.
exactly.
Aren't these cute? They look like they'd be pretty comfortable. I wonder, maybe as an accessory, and I snap one on, then I can't get it off. And when I can't get it off, I take my hand off and I slide it off and I put my hand back on.
Right, Grizzly. You smell a really good scent coming from elsewhere in the town. I think you perk up, and your ears you hear someone ringing a bell and saying, "Pies for sale."
You
Look-
look excited. What's the occasion?
Some.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah?
He's just gonna grab your hand and like try to
Can you
pull
maybe
you with him.
use your words?
He's too excited. He's gonna try to pull you along with him.
Oh! She's just exit stage left.
Yeah. He's like a.
She's
he's
a
like
woman full of cotton. You pull her along easily.
And he is a very large, basically man-child that is excited for the ice cream truck that's rolling down the street. So yeah.
The pie scream truck.
No. Yeah, he's gonna go find those pies.
Right. There's this old guy coming along. He's pushing, sees you walk over to him and says, "Well, hello there, young man. Are you interested in some tasty treats?"
Yes.
Right, well, he opens up the bucket. You smell a whiff that is incredibly delicious. Oh, these are my pride and joy. These are my dream pastries. For 1 gold each, these will take you to a world of enchantment.
I slap Grizzly's hand out of the way and step in.
Grizzly's like
Did
immediately
you
like
say
checking
1 gold piece?
checking his pockets, which again he doesn't have.
Yes, these are quite hard.
Hmm?
These are quite difficult to make, but I promise you that they're worth their weight in gold.
1 gold piece each for this little thing.
Evelyn.
Hard to make.
Evelyn. Do you remember a minute ago when I helped you with something?
Yeah, I do remember.
Can you help me with something now?
Dear Grizzly, I'm about to help you with something. You know how the money can be exchanged for goods and services?
Uh-huh.
Well, if a pie is 1 gold piece, and you've got 5 gold